These styles are going to ruin your hair and prevent hair growth and length retention if you do these all of the time. Stick around to find out what they are. What's up curls, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiki, and if you are new here, I do all things curly hair tips, product reviews and styling. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 2 styles that you need to stop doing in order to see more hair growth and more length retention. So let's get into it. The first style that is going to ruin your hair if you do this one on a day-to-day basis is, if you haven't guessed it, ponytails. Ponytails are the worst style for length retention, hair growth and keeping your edges intact. The reason for this is that there is a lot of tension being placed on the hair when you drag your hair back into a ponytail, and this tension causes breakage from the hairband, whether that's on top of your head, whether that's low to the nape of your neck. Hairbands cause breakage, and scraping your hair back into a ponytail every day is way too much manipulation to be placed on your hair on a weekly basis. Now this video is just for people who are trying to grow their hair. So if you're someone who wears ponytails and you see growth from wearing ponytails, that is absolutely fine. This video is not for you. But for those people who maybe are questioning their hair care routine and are confused as to why their hair is not growing or why it's maybe breaking, ponytails are something that you need to get rid of out of your hair care regimen and replace them with something else like a protective style. Another reason why ponytails are not good is, as I mentioned before, the manipulation placed on your hair on a day-to-day basis. Generally, if we do ponytails, and with these I'm talking about the slick back ponytails, I'm not talking about a really loose kind of bun with like a scrunchie wrapped around like twice. I'm talking about like dragging the hair with a ball brush, slicking it with Eco Styler, wrapping that band really tight 3 or 4 or 5 times your hair to get the slickest hair. I'm talking about those kind of ponytails. Those are detrimental to your hair growth, and the amount of manipulation you have to do on a day-to-day basis with those styles is a lot, because generally we often don't sleep in those throughout the night. We take it down and then in the morning we will reset it, we'll respray our hair and we'll re-put the gel on our edges and kind of just do it again for the next day. Ultimately, manipulating your hair on a day-to-day basis is something that is going to hinder your hair length retention. Hair works the best when you keep your hands out of your hair and you keep your routine and your manipulation to a minimum. Brushes, combs, all of that stuff can impact the hair health and the integrity of your hair. And if you have afro hair or type 3 hair or type 4 hair that is maybe finer, or it's maybe a little bit higher porosity, that is something that is going to be impacted with you doing ponytails on a day-to-day basis. The second style, believe it or not, which everyone hates me talking about, is wash and goes. This is really very much down to your hair type, your porosity and the density of your hair, because wash and goes really do work for some curly hair and natural hair babes. They are probably considered a low manipulation style because they don't do much on a day-to-day basis with their hair when it's in this state, and their hair just generally thrives in that kind of natural state. But for some of us who are maybe slightly unlucky at wearing wash and goes, i.e. me, these do not serve us at all when it comes to hair growth and length retention. The main reasons are that wash and goes are, number 1, quite drying when you don't keep up to date with your moisture routine. Number 2, if you are leading an active lifestyle, they can promote tangles and single strand knots, especially if you have hair that is on the thicker side or the drier side. You will see those, and if you know about those, you know you need to get those cut out of your hair to get them removed. And number 3, just the general manipulation of it day to day is way too much for us to retain length, and it's due to the friction, it's due to the outside, it's due to breakage, dryness, etc. The best thing for you to do to grow your hair is to avoid wash and goes. If I could do wash and goes and retain length, I would ultimately wear them all of the time, because they're the easiest way to wear natural hair, is just to like do a quick wash and go, as opposed to like doing a whole head of cane roads. but I would much rather take doing the whole head of cameras once on wash day and then doing it again in 2 or 3 weeks to reset it, then do a wash and go on wash day, and then I'm having to refresh my hair on like day 3 or day 4 because it's dry, and then on day 5 I'm doing twists for bed, and then on day 6 it's just too much. So the two styles that you need to avoid: ponytails and wash and goes. And you will thank me later, because the hair growth that you will see and the length retention that you will gain from avoiding these hairstyles will be chef's kiss. It will be immaculate. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you get in the comments and let me know if you're a curly girl who wears their hair in a wash and go state, or you wear ponytails all the time and they've not been working for you. Let's talk about it, and I will see you in the next video.